Well, hello there. This is basically another vlog, and this time I'm actually doing it in my bedroom. And everybody who ever sees a picture or basically a video at some point in my bedroom, I get a lot of comments basically about all of my CDs, which I have quite a lot of them. And many of these are basically CD singles, and I sort them out in alphabetical order all of the time when I get a lot of new CD singles. I don't buy many as I used to, but what I used to do is every so often I'd get more and more, and then I would basically start sorting them out A to Z. And now that I don't buy new releases on CD single anymore, the only way of sorting them out would be when I get to so many. Like if in a year I'm buying something like 100 CD singles, then it might be that I would have to start putting them out and sorting them out so they go on the shelf. And that would be based on old CD singles which I basically collect. Now, there's not much of a theme to this one, but I thought I'd do another fashion thing, because that's going to come into my next video. I'm going to do some pictures and things, and it's going to be fashion number 2. But this one's just going to be a little bit random, as I normally do. And I want to basically say that I'm absolutely very, very happy. I'm so happy because I talk nearly all the time now about Gracie because she's amazing. But the thing about it is because she loves my videos. Now, I know she loves that I do vlogs and that, and I write basically things down on that, but she does say that she loves my videos probably more than my vlogs, which is great, because, you know, it's nice to have somebody who follows me on here who basically, well, let's just say that I'm very blessed, because it's somebody who cares. It's somebody who really believes in me and knows me from who I am. You know, it's not somebody who just wants to come and do hateful comments and things like that. You know, she's very much understanding about what it is I do and all that. And I absolutely love it, and I love to get ideas from her, and I do exactly near enough everything she ever says, because whatever she normally says, I'm normally on the pulse to do it. Even if I don't know much about it, I'm always talking about it, and that's the one thing I like about Gracie, because she gives me these great ideas. And she did say about the fashion one, which is going to come up. There's going to be another one on that one, you know, because I did a blog about what I look for in a date, and I certainly need to get that rectified. I need to get that rectified a little bit more, so I can talk a bit more about it, and obviously what it's all about. But then again, saying that though, would this date ever happen? That's one of the good things we need to know about. We need to know about when I think about this, because I would like to know if it will happen. Personally, I believe it can happen, but it's not up to me. It's not up to me to say, I'm having this date with her, Gracie, or whatever, whoever, because it's up to them to say, I want that date to happen as well. So I can't just, I'm not the only one who can make it happen. Somebody else is going to make it happen as well, and that's got to be the two people. You know, it's always going to be like that. You know, I don't do things without saying. I mean, that's the whole point of it. Well, the only thing I ever do without telling some people is probably, and I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing, about is go around their houses, because it's one of those things when you give. Usually I would ask before I go round, but sometimes there might be times when I'll go round and basically it is a case of going around there, because I get their address. My friend will say, you can have my address, we can write to each other, or we do whatever we like. And I might think sometimes I might want to spur them on. I might want to really, you know, give them a surprise. I'll be like, it's a Saturday or whatever day of the week it might well be, and I might think, oh, I can go around there and give them a surprise and that. And I do that because I always feel that they can do that to me. I mean, I'm not saying they do, but that's something you can do. Surprises happen. They can be great. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing if you know, because it happens naturally. I mean, there's no difference to basically having family. You know, there's no cue to saying to somebody that we have to arrange when we meet, or you come round, because to be honest, it's a spur of the thing. People do that all the time. You know, they can just say, well, that's my friend. Hopefully they won't mind if they have a visitor tonight, because they're going to get one. Then we're going to go around their house, and I'm going to be like, or day, or whatever it's going to be. And that's the same with what family would do. You know, you might be sitting at home and think there's a knock on the door, and you're like, oh, nice surprise to see you, because, you know, it's not something you know, so there you go. But usually I normally say before I go out, I'll say to somebody about somebody I know, I'll say, are you going to be in on whatever time I can come round? And they'll say, yeah, make it about blah blah blah, and I'll be like, I'll be there in about 30 minutes or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. So usually I do ask, but sometimes you don't have to, and that's a spur of the moment thing. But like I said, usually when I'm going to do things, I normally will say to them about whether it's a good idea or whatever, and you know, that kind of thing. And I would normally ask Gracie about our ideas and things, and you know, it's about finding that way of knowing if it's going to be good or bad. You know, it's a bit like with all manner of things, you know, like fashion and things like that. You know, it's about saying what do we like, what don't we like, you know, what's good and bad, that kind of thing. And I'm normally like that. I don't know what would happen. I'm gonna ask Gracie anyway about what she would like to see me in. You know, I'm gonna ask her a little bit more about what she thinks I could wear. You know, maybe she could style me up or something. I'm not saying about my hair, because I'm not going to have my hair cut, so that's no good. Or if it'll get even shorter. No. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know about that. You know, certainly, if we agreed, I certainly would want her to wear something that basically I like, and she goes, oh, I don't really like it, and you know, but I'd be happy with what we can agree on, you know, something like where I say, oh, I like these things, and what can we do? We could, you know, maybe there are things that you might think, I don't really like it that much, but maybe if I did it with that, I would prefer it more, and I'll say, yeah, you know, that kind of thing. And I think maybe that would be something she could do. She could say to me about what sort of things she would like me to obviously wear, and that kind of thing, you know. That would be something to do. And possibility, I'm not saying, I don't know whether it would happen, but maybe I would wear aftershave for the first time, you know, be on Gracie's recommendation that I like this and that and that. But then again, like I said, I don't normally wear it, so, and that I prefer. I wear a lot of deodorant a lot of times. I can put too much on sometimes, so it sometimes things that when I put it on, I'm thinking, oh, blimey, who's wearing that, you know? And I'm thinking, oh, it's me. So there you go. But as I did say in my previous video, that I like some smelling perfume. Just that it'd be very weird for me to wear it, because it'd be like, I'm a man, and men don't wear perfume. You know, I get it with women. I'm like, I've had friends and they've often said to me, I don't wear perfume, but I don't mind some of the aftershave that men wear. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit strange that they do that. You know, they get to that that thing, and certainly. But there, so I'm not gonna make this video blog too long. I don't want it to drag on and on and on. But I just thought I would basically film it in another. Well, I film blogs, I film my videos all over the place, but just film it here and there and everywhere and that, and just talk about one or two little bits and pieces that basically I want to talk about, and I will think about what I can be talking about in the near future. I might even talk about places that I've been to. That would be an interesting one that I could do, and any more that Gracie gives me the ideas to do, I will think about it. But I will leave it there, because I've got to film something about fashion number 2, or shall I say, a date and fashion thing. So we need to sort that out. And apart from that, well, there you go. So keep tuned in, and bye for now.